Right then, I'm going to be trying Samurai Spirit solo with 2 samurais. I've made my round 1 bandit deck. I've got my 4 barricades ready. I'm not actually necessarily using these 2 samurai. I was just putting them out to see if it would all work. So I'm going to randomly pick the 2 samurai. So I'm going to be that exciting colour. And oh. Okay, well that's an interesting pair. So we have Gorobe, Mr. Immune to Evens, and his Ki is killing as yet unseen bandits. And then Hayachi, who is Mr. Barricade Builder. So they're all about even numbers. Right, and then as per the 2 player variant, we have these other non-used characters, find abilities, able to be used once. Let's put them over here, because realistically, how many dead bandits are there going to be? Oh, of course I actually do need these 2 in case I want to support myself. So I actually can move evens, and Gorobe can ignore evens wound penalties. So we'll start with Gorobe. Actually, no, let's start with Hayachi. So, Hayachi will fight. 3 villager. Well, don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get to actually defend villagers. So I will take that as a villager. Gorobe, fight. Ooh, villager again. Very nice. Right, all the villagers done. That's good. Hayachi. Oh, farm. Well, this is hard to resist, to be honest. Take the farm. Gorobe. Well, this is going to be... This now has the appearance of being a pre-arranged deck, but I assure you it was carefully shuffled. This is a hat. People are going to be very suspicious. Well, it is a hat. Let's keep it. Let's just keep going with this. Ah, right, the party's over. So Gorobe has no choice but to take that as a 4. I mean, not it doesn't have a wound penalty anyway, but he would have ignored it. So 4 and 0. Alright then, Hayachi. A 2 with a burn. Now, he could give that over to Gorobe, but it would mean that Gorobe could ignore the burn, but Gorobe would be in trouble if he drew a 4 on his own turn. There are still quite a few cards left. Let's just chance it and keep the 2 there. Right, Gorobe. Oh well, there's a lesson. If he had passed it, he would have hit his Ki. So that takes him up to 7. Now this is potentially very good, because if Hayachi can get a 2, we can get a Ki going here. So Hayachi's wound penalty, that's a burn, so that's a fence destroyed. Hayachi fights. It's a 4, so we can't be passing that. That just has to be added to the battle line. I really don't want to use these other samurai special abilities, but so here, just make sure I get this wound penalty exactly right. The player to the left draws a ready card and adds it to his combat line. Oh gosh, so this just has to be added to the combat line, which means if it's a 3 or a 4, Hayachi's out, and there are still quite a few samurai left. Just have to chance it. Jeez. Okay. Now, does Gorobe fight? Oh, he's got to. Got to take the risk. Does he? Does he? This might be a time, actually, to take Kizo's ability. Although he has got a block. No. Draw it. Fight. Oh, it's a 1. Which means they both can only survive by drawing 1s. There are still 3 bandits in the deck. Well, the essential symbols are covered. So they don't do anything. 1's going to sneak through. Gorobei will take a wound. Do you know what? This might be worth doing. So 1 sneaks through. Hayachi will support. Gorobei takes a wound. And Gorobei will support. Just have to take the risk that the bandit deck is feeling kind. Okay, right, so end of the round. I mean, I could have just passed anyway, but rather than doing all that supporting, but at least it felt supportive. So, anyone without a hat takes a wound. So Gorobei takes 2 wounds. Beast form, very useful. Although of course slightly more dangerous now. Both fine on the farms, both fine on the villages. Now we get the bonuses. Repair a fence. Murder a sneaker. Hey, murdered a proper one. And heal a wound, but no one's actually taken a wound. So now the remaining bandits who got through, burn down a fence, and nothing. So ultimately, end of the round, 1 character in their animal form, no wounds, 1 fence down. I would call that a fairly decent round. So all the samurai abilities still available as well. So now we put in the lieutenants, the 5s, which isn't something that either of these two are going to be looking forward to. It's possible now Hayachi could be over his limit by only drawing 2 cards. If he gets lieutenant, well, either 2 lieutenants or a lieutenant and a 4, whereas Gorobei is going to really have to do the heavy lifting. And with his Kiai ability of just murdering 3 of the bandits before they get through, it could be very, very effective. Gonna have to start thinking about those samurai powers because I don't want them sitting there waiting for me at the end. Let's just double check that I can take more than 1. Yes, you can decide to use more than 1. Right. Okay. So, bandit deck has been shuffled afresh. So now we're up to 16 bandit cards. Right. Well, Gorobei, you start off. To 2. No brainer there. There's no defense symbols, and Gorobei can ignore the penalty, so that's fine. Hayachi. Ooh, that's not what we wanted to see in terms of strength. Although, it does mean that he can start taking wounds, which is actually quite good. Oh no, he's not going to be put over by the 4 because he could just push it over to Gorobei. So yeah, let's take that. We actually want Hayachi to start taking some wounds. Right then, Gorobei, fight. Oh, he ignores the fire, of course. Let's take that as a farm. Get these farms covered up nice and early. Hayachi. One's... Oh, meant to take a wound. Actually, that's pretty good. We won't actually take that as a farm. Let's keep him there. Because then he'll take another wound on his next turn. He'll flip over and he'll be much more resilient through his battle line. So Gorobei, fight. Yeah, we've got to cover up these dolls. So, well, dolls. We've got to cover up these villagers. Right then, Hayachi. Oh, Hayachi takes a second wound. Form of the raccoon. So now he's fine, whatever happens in terms of card draw here. Now, we don't really want him taking other wounds. If he takes it as a 3, that's going to take him up to 9, which means the 4 or the 5 wrecks his day. And we do need him to... do you know what? I'm going to take it there as a doll, and I'll just have to chance the wound. Right, Gorobe. And... well, no choice there, and that's pretty bad, because that's more wounds. Right, so is now the time for Hayachi to ignore the penalty on a 1, 3 or a 5? No, because we might have a point where somebody will die in the game, so no. Let's just take the wound. Let's hope this works. Now he could chuck the 4 across, which would cover his wound, taking it up to 9. That does then mean that 4s, 5s are trouble. Of course, if he keeps it on his own, he can only take a 1. Or, of course, he needs the farm as well. Oh, dear. Decisions. Let's take the farm. Right. Okay. Gorobe takes a wound. There's nothing that can't go on his battle line, so let's take it. Oh, no. Oh, gosh, without some serious shenanigans now, it's game over. Right, so Hayachi has to take the block 3. I don't know if there's a way around this now. Oh, gosh, there's so many ways that this needs to happen for it not to be game over. Okay, he's going to take the ignore wounds, he's going to take the multiples, and he's going to take the ×2. So, he ignores the wound penalty. First card draw. It's a 1. Now, he can't pass that. I think we need to mulligan this. Mulligan. And, oh, another 1. Well, let's put that over the wound. Oh, gosh, this is a disaster. Second card. A 2. That would let Gorobe Kiai, which would take out 3 cards and Gorobe's top card, but it's unlikely to save Hayachi. But realistically, we were looking for a 5, and we shouldn't have been doing that because both of the 5s were out. So, yeah, gosh, we'll have to just do this and just pray. So, goes there. Gorobe Kiai's. Let's just make sure we get the order exactly right. Use your Kiai's effect. So, murders 3 of these. 1, 2, 3. Murders the top chap of his line. Right, and that's all of Hayachi's bonuses gone. So Gorobe ignores the wound penalty. He's on to 10 still, because it's 2. So Gorobe's got to take the pass and hope that he gets something that can cover up Hayachi's wound. Now he can't. Yeah, I can say he can't even support to prevent the wound because it's a 1. It's a 4. Oh, it's all disasters. So Gorobe goes over, burns a fence. Hayachi takes a wound. Dead raccoon. Oh, No. Oh, what a terrible, terrible failure. Oh, that one that I put at the bottom. Could have popped that over and it would have been absolutely fine. So Gorobe and Hayachi die. The village was in great nick, although I imagine I mean, there was only one bandit left, but there were the two bosses left. I imagine they had some fun afterwards. Ah, disaster. Let's try a different two samurai.